Welcome to Player vs. Product Reviews. Once again, I'm the voice.
And I'm the fat man.
Today, we are going to be going over who we are, what we're planning on doing, and why you should care. Jumping right into it. The reason why we're doing this. Honestly, we follow different games and their development, get super excited about them, sometimes get let down. Cough! Star Wars. The big thing is that when this happens, you're not just going to developers' websites. You're also getting with the rest of the community, like everybody else. You're trying to figure out what's going on, who's had this interview, who said what. So you end up watching a lot of these video documentary type things or podcasts and things like that. Also, if you're like me, you're cheap. You don't like going and paying $60 for a game only to find out it's a piece of crap, and then trying to trade it in and only getting $5 value for it. Once again, yeah, I'm getting $5, but I just lost freaking $55. So I like to check things out online.
Though. That's not.
Well, yeah, well, we're not going to go there. Different states, different taxes. Oh my god. So the big thing is, I like to look up on YouTube different people's opinions. Certain people I value. Shout out Jesse Cox, Force. I think their opinions are quite helpful. That being said, I was watching through another one of our favorite guys here, the Shoddy Cast, the other day, looking out for ESO, which extremely excited about. Just saying.
Archer.
Double Archer, ownage. And I was thinking to myself, why don't we do this? We're both gamers, we both have a decent amount of experience, and we both love to talk and give opinions. This sounds perfect. So,
especially the
that
latter.
being said, yes, we love giving opinions. Speaking of which, I was just like, okay, well, you know what? If I'm going to do this, who else would I like to have next to me? Of course, my right-hand man, the fat man.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm going to leave the story kind of from that point to him, because I find it funnier when he tells it.
Yeah. Some, you know what? It's just because of my personality. It is so overwhelmingly awesome.
Fat. Yeah. So pretty much the way it went down was we were having a conversation. I was saying how this was something I was going to start doing in the near future, and then basically demanded, yeah, you're going to be doing it as well. He fought back a little bit, like a little bitch, but he agreed to it eventually.
I was hungry, damn it.
Where we are.
You can't bring up ideas on an empty stomach. It's like some unsaid fucking law. I think it's written in like some religious text or some shit.
I made sure to call you at the appropriate time to get an agreement. So, that being said, now we're just going to go a little bit over our experiences. Go ahead. What's yours?
Oh, well, mine, let's see. I've been playing games since before I was 2 years old, currently 25, going on 26. So, in terms of being exposed to just...
By the way, that was a shameless plug to start sending him birthday gifts and cards now.
Oh, yes, certainly. In fact, you are behind, ladies and gentlemen. You owe me about another 25 on top of the one for this year. But...
Addresses will be at the end of the show. Trust me. Just send him anthrax. He rubs it on his teeth like cocaine. Absolutely loves it. Continue.
But, you know, started with the original Nintendo. Parents got me before I was 2 years old. You know, guess my parents didn't realize what Pandora's box was until after that, but been enjoying them ever since. And, you know, played the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, Sega, Game Gear, Game Boy. Anyone play the bricks? Because those were viable weapons in terms of self-defense, you know. Like, seriously, no one fucked with the guy swinging a Game Boy. Those things were built well. Yes.
That's what I was always afraid of, the nerd in the back of the class with the Game Boy. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I would, because that junk did hurt. I have dropped it on my foot before. But that's besides the point. Played that all the way up to now, you know, the 360. I have played the PlayStation 1 and 2 until Sony got under my skin with their opening lineup and their price point with the PS3. Not to say
crappy online play.
That's another thing they kind of fell short on. Not to say I don't like some of the games they got on now. They finally figured it out. It only took 7 years, but, you know, at least it came around, right? Well, anyways, been playing those. Played PC games since the mid-90s. Delta Force, anybody's ever played Delta Force? Started there and, you know, playing stuff like that in Total War series. But Yeah, that's basically just playing, and for me, it goes beyond the game. I think it goes with the experience of sharing it with friends, sharing with people to know you're not alone,
Exactly.
even on a single-player game.
A community.
Yes.
Even when you're playing those single-player games, there really is a community, a gaming community, and that's the biggest thing. We're trying to we want to kind of tap into that. We want to be a part of that in a greater fashion than we've ever been before. Mm-hmm. Once again, going back to why we're doing this.
Of course.
Basically, my experience with gaming it is similar, just with a few more gaps. I started out when I was around 7 or 8. My mom got me a brand new Tandy Sensation, the latest in home entertainment on the computer. And I was extremely excited. I got to play really cool little fun games like, Minesweeper and Solitaire, which, of course, I sucked at profusely. Then it kind of took a break for me. I didn't really play any of the console games, except for at friends' house here and there. The original Kung Fu, where, if you saw past the first 2 seconds of level 2, you were a god.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, things like that on the Super. But, I didn't really start playing until I got a 64, which was a little bit after, and I'm talking about like a year or two after it came out. The Perfect Dark series was just amazing to me. GoldenEye, of course. I mean, those were the games I really had my adolescence on and my real gaming experience. Never really been a huge fan of the PlayStation or Sony's console series at all. Not to knock it, just it never really had a great draw towards me. The only Sony PlayStation games I could ever say I really had a big connection to was the Kingdom Hearts. I played the first one for like 4 days and thought it was the coolest thing ever over at a friend's house, but then never even got to finish it. So,
oh man,
bucket
really?
List.
Really?
Yeah, I never even got to finish it. It was horrible. It really sucked. But other than that, I'm a big Microsoft guy. I have a good gaming rig. I had the 360. We have a Wii. Other than that, I really don't do too much. But as far as like my actual gaming experience, I do a lot of MMOs. I started back with the original EverQuest. Well, okay, let's not say original EverQuest. I'm going to insult people that played the true original vanilla EverQuest. I came in a little bit after, right before POK, right after they changed the original UI. So, for those of you that remember opening up your spellbook and not being able to see anything, yeah, literally 2 weeks after that got changed, I jumped in. So, while I may not have been at the infancy, I feel that I can claim a true experience because my Gnome Warrior was epic. I'm just putting that out there.
Right, and not only that, you got to think of population-wise, in terms of the longevity of a series such as EverQuest. There's a very small percentage that can say you're not part of that percentage. In all honesty,
nowadays, you get the MMO of the month, really. But I've tried a great deal of them. Most of them are unsatisfactory, and I always find myself going back to saying, well, back in my day when I played EverQuest, it was awesome. We could talk in dragon speak, and no one else could understand us. So, I jump back to that stuff all the time.
It would certainly help with general chat in any day and age MMO.
Yes, it would.
Trolling anybody, they should literally automatically have a troll language. And you can troll all you want, but no one else wants to know that language but you.
Exactly. But no, I did play EverQuest, like I said. I played EverQuest 2. I played WoW. I dabbled with EVE Online, which I felt was horrible. But that's just
it is so cutthroat, man. Kudos to everybody else who can actually like that game, because you probably have hundreds of friends who will actually back you up. New players, man, you better bring 100 friends with you.
When you start playing that game on a trial version with like a week, 8 years after it's already come out, and everybody just goes, ha ha, bang, you're dead. It kind of takes away from the fun of it. I'm sure if I actually dedicated myself to it, it would have been a little better. But at the time that we were playing that, Mass Effect 2 had just come out, so let's be real, I was more focused on that.
Miranda?
Off topic.
Huh?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Just a tip. Just to see how it
goes. Got some movement? Okay.
All right. No, but going back, I also do a little bit of FPS. That's a pure console thing. I can't stand it on the computer. Big Halo fan. We'll probably go over this in a later review, but spoiler. Really miss Bungie. Just putting it out there. Looking forward to their new game. Looks awesome. Just the tidbits I've seen so far. Waiting for more information. We'll probably be following that one too. Once again, spoiler. But other than that, the first game we are going to be reviewing, we are extremely excited for. We both pre-ordered and we're not invited to beta, and so a little sore, but it's okay. SimCity, coming out tomorrow or tonight at 12 o'clock, however you want to look at it. The Fat Man will be playing as soon as possible. I, unfortunately, will be sleeping and then going to work.
Yeah,
but
who has a
after that,
life, really,
well.
when you can sim it? Who would want to play real life?
Yes, I honestly wish I could call out, but let's just not go there. Yeah, so anyway, that will be the first one we review. We will be putting up another video here in the near future, hopefully before that one, so it would make sense. Basically stating how we're going to be doing our reviews. We're going to be doing it on a criteria of multiple things. First and foremost, obviously, like, enjoyability, playability, sound quality, visuals, draw in, things of that nature. We'll explain more of that in detail as we make that video. But other than that, we really do appreciate the following. Right now, we have all of 4 people following us in various media things, most of which I'm pretty sure are fake people just trying to get diet pills put out, but we're not going to really go too far into that.
Yeah, that was great to pick the Fat Man as a freaking alias, because, it really keeps those guys, Jehovah's Witnesses, and used cars salesmen away. Yeah.
But anyway, please like us, subscribe to us. I promise we will be having some good content coming soon. We just now got past the first hurdle of getting together and trying to figure out what programs to use, all kinds of fun stuff. That will be getting much better, as well as our audio in the near future. Please follow us on Twitter at Player vs. Product. Also on Facebook, look us up, Player vs. Product Reviews. And then on YouTube here, the PvP reviews as well. Like I said, we will be having some awesome content and hope to be trying to figure out how to get along with some other guys in the community. So, thanks for joining us, and we look to see you soon.
Yane.